Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is CJ UFC Picks. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment on the video who your picks are, who your dog of the card is, who your lock of the card is. Comment anything on the video. Help me out. Help the algorithm out. Subscribe if you're new. And thank you so much for all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And all the old school subscribers. Thank you so much for keep tuning in. Each and every single week right here on CJ UFC Picks. Tonight we are breaking down UFC Fight Night Vegas 81, Yusuff versus Barboza. But first, let's do a little small recap of what happened last night on UFC Vegas 80, Dawson versus Green. I did okay. I did decent. I went 6-4, 6 wins, 4 losses on the night. The ones that I got wrong were De La Rosa, she lost. Mendoza, he lost. Morono, he was my dog of the card, and unfortunately, that did not hit for me. And Grant Dawson, who would have thought he would have been knocked out in less than a minute, less than 60 seconds? Whoever took Bobby Green by knockout was an excellent choice, an excellent bet. So I give it to you if you had Bobby Green on your slips, but unfortunately, I did not. Um, the ones that I did get correct were Eroki Lang, he won for me. Vanessa Demopoulos, I had her by decision, and that absolutely hit for me. I knew it. If you go back to my last video, I told y'all that Vanessa Demopoulos was going to win that fight, and she did. She was a huge underdog. I should have made her my dog of the card. Um, Karolina Kowalkiewicz won by decision, which was my prediction. Algio also won by decision, and I told y'all he was a steal, an absolute steal. I cannot believe the line. His line moved all the way to an underdog, folks, which I cannot believe. Bill Algio won that fight, which I knew he would. Drew Dober, he also won by knockout. That was an easy pick. That was an easy lock. And I told y'all he was going to win. Pretty easy win right there for him. And Joe Body Bags Pfeiffer, he was my lock of the card. Go back to my last video. I told y'all that was an easy win. That was an easy lock. I was already counting my money before the fight. I knew that was going to happen, folks. So, yeah, that was the small recap for UFC Vegas 80, Grant Dawson versus Bobby Green. It was a decent card. Couple good fights there. And we're moving on to UFC Fight Night 81, UFC Vegas 81, Yusuff versus Barboza. That's going to be a banger. That's going to be a really good fight. And let's start off with the first fight. But first, you already know what the deal is, folks. Smoke sesh time with your boy CJ, UFC Picks. So light one up, folks. Let's do it. First fight of the night. Scheduled in the men's bantamweight division, we have Chris Gutierrez versus Alatengheili. Chris Gutierrez, he's 19-4, 32 years old, 5 foot 9, 67-inch reach. Alatengheili, he's 16-8, 31 years old, 5 foot 5, 66.5-inch reach, and he's coming in on short notice. This is going to be a decent fight to start off UFC Fight Night Vegas 81. Not a bad fight. Um, Chris Gutierrez was supposed to fight Montel Jackson, but Montel Jackson unfortunately pulled out of that fight, so he got rebooked to this fight. Um, should be a good fight. Should be a decent fight, like I said, to start off the night. My pick for this fight, I'm probably gonna stay away money line wise. I might bet the over depending on the line. But my pick for this fight, it's absolutely Chris El Guapo Gutierrez to win by decision. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, scheduled in the women's bantamweight division. There's a lot of women's fights on this card. This fight is with Tainara Lisboa versus Raven Oliveira. And Raven Oliveira is making her UFC debut. Tainara Lisboa, she's 6'2", 32 years old, 5'7", 67-inch reach. Ravena Oliveira, she's 7'1", 26 years old, 5'5". Her reach is unavailable. Like I said, she's making her UFC debut. This is going to be a very interesting fight. I did see some tape on both of these ladies, and I like Ravena way better than Lisboa. I know Lisboa has been in the UFC longer. Obviously, she has more UFC experience, only by one fight. So, not that much of experience. Excuse that comment. I'm sorry, I'm already high. But anyway, Ravana has a lot of power. She finishes girls. Her last two victories were by knockout TKO. And she's been on a tear, ladies and gentlemen. I think all of her fights have finished. She's won all her fights by finish. And I expect the same thing here. I think Ravana Oliveira is going to be someone to look out for in this bantamweight division for the women's bantamweight division, and I think Ravana is going to win. I might make her my dog of the card. I'm not sure yet because this is her UFC debut, so she might have the jitters, and we'll see how she performs under the bright lights in the UFC. But she is my pick, and she is going to win by knockout, TKO, in my opinion. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a sneaky banger fight. Scheduled in the men's featherweight division. We have Darren Elkins versus TJ Brown. Darren Elkins, he's 27 and 11, 39 years old, 5'10", with a 71-inch reach. Then we got TJ Brown. He's 17 and 10, 33 years old, 5'9", 72-inch reach. Darren Elkins has been in the UFC forever. He's a junkyard dog, and he can take some damage. Hence the nickname, The Damage, Darren Elkins. Not only can he take damage, he can give out damage as well. TJ Brown, he's a decent fighter. He's pretty decent anywhere the fight goes. And I think he's a little bit underrated in my opinion. He is 33 years old, so he is in his prime. Darren Elkins, he's been in a lot of wars, ladies and gentlemen. He's taken a lot of damage, no pun intended. But he keeps coming forward. He keeps coming at you, and he will fight for your money. So if anyone picks him for this fight, I don't blame you. I don't blame you whatsoever. But I can't take him in this fight. Something tells me, my heart, my gut is telling me that TJ Brown is going to be faster on the feet. It's going to have better wrestling, better grappling, and better cardio. Elkins probably going to have a little bit more power and toughness than Brown, but I like Brown's youth advantage. I like Brown's reach advantage by an inch. Not much of an advantage, but it's there, you know. And like I said, he's going to be a better wrestler, better grappler, and probably just better anywhere the fight goes besides the toughness. That's the only thing I think Darren Elkins has in this fight. And if he pulls off the upset victory, then good for Elkins. But I don't think it's gonna happen in this spot. I think TJ Brown has this in the bag. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, scheduled in the women's strawweight division, we have Ashley Yoder versus Emily Ducote. Ashley Yoder, I believe she's making her comeback here after 2 years off. She's 8-8, 36 years old. Sorry, 35 years old, 5'7", 69.5-inch reach. Emily Ducote, she's 12-8, 29 years old, 5'2", with a 63-inch reach, and I think this fight is going to be close. I don't like either of these girls. I think these girls are not UFC caliber. Um, Both of them are riding a two-fight losing streak. Ashley Yoder has been off for 2 years, and her last loss was against Jenu Frey and Angela Hill. Lapita Godinez dominated that fight against Emily Ducote about a month ago, and she also lost to Angela Hill. So both of these girls lost to Angela Hill in the UFC. I'm not betting this fight moneyline wise because I don't trust any of these girls. I might just bet the over. I think this fight is going to decision either way. I'm not sure who to pick on this fight, but my gut, my heart, gotta go with the younger, fresher fighter, the more active fighter, Emily Ducote, to win by decision. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, scheduled in the women's bantamweight division, and I told y'all that there's a lot of women's fights on this card, which is okay. We're gonna enjoy it for what it is. We got Irina Aleekseeva versus Melissa Dixon. Irina Aleekseeva, she's 5-1, 33 years old, 5'8", 66-inch reach, and I believe Melissa Dixon is making her UFC debut. She's 5-0, undefeated, 32 years old, 5'7", reach is unavailable. And once again, another fight that I might stay away money line wise. I don't like betting lower level women's MMA, and I think that this is another lower level women's MMA fight. No disrespect to these girls, but I don't think any of these girls are going to be a champion anytime soon. Um, I'm going with a more proven fighter in this fight because Irina Aleekseeva already has been in Bellator and she's been in the UFC. So she's fought the tougher competition, no doubt about it. And I might be wrong here, but I gotta go with Irina Aleekseeva. She's almost ranked. She's number 16th bantamweight in the UFC compared to Melissa Dixon, which is number 2 in the UK and Ireland. And I'm assuming they got tough girls up there. I'm assuming that she's 5-0. She's undefeated. But I don't know, man. I like the Russian. Give me the Russian. Give me Irina Aleekseeva to win by decision. Not 100% confident in that pick, but that's my pick, ladies and gentlemen. And take that with a grain of salt. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is the main card. We have made it to the main card for UFC Fight Night 81, Yusuff versus Barboza. Before I get to the main card, folks, make sure to subscribe. Support your boy. It only takes 2 seconds to subscribe. It only takes 2 seconds to like. 4 seconds of your life to support your boy for free, giving you free picks and free bets every week. Let's do it. Smoke some weed with me and let's talk about these fights. This next fight is scheduled in the men's middleweight division. We have Michel Pereira versus Andre Petroski. Michel Pereira, he's 28 and 11, 30 years old, 6'1", 73-inch reach. Andre Petroski, he's 10-1, 32 years old, 6 foot even, 73-inch reach. This fight is not going the distance. I don't think this fight is going the distance, folks. Andre Petroski coming in on short notice here. Both of these gentlemen are on a winning streak. Both of these gentlemen are good in this division. But Andre Petroski, he does have cardio issues. And he went to a split decision with Gerald Mearshart. He was a huge favorite in that fight, and he went to a split decision. And this is a fast turnaround for him. And here's another thing. Michel Pereira also has weight issues. So both of these gentlemen have individual issues that they got to work on. But I got to go with Michel Pereira here. He's got more experience. He's fought the tougher competition. He's taller. Um, and I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's going to win this fight by submission. That's going to be my pick. That's going to be my prediction. This is going to be a banger, folks. And I think Michel Pereira is going to submit this guy, Petroski. I like Petroski, don't get me wrong. But Michel Pereira is just a little bit better. And I don't like the short notice call for Petroski here. So give me Michel Pereira all day in this fight. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is a rebooked fight scheduled in the men's flyweight division. We have Edgar Chairez versus Daniel Lacerda. We all know what happened last fight. Very controversial call by the ref. Um, and I don't think that was a bad call, to be honest. I also thought that Daniel Lacerda got submitted. He got slept. But then he popped right back up and said he was okay. Come on, man. That's why would you let your arm go limp on purpose? That makes no sense to me. Um but yeah, we'll see what happens in the rematch. Edgar Chairez, he's 10-5, 27 years old, 5'7", 72-inch reach. Daniel Lacerda, he's 11-5, 27 years old, 5'6", 70-inch reach. People seem to forget that Lacerda is on a 4-fight losing streak here. And he was about to get a 5-fight losing streak. He was about to get served his walk-in papers. But lucky him, it was a draw. It's not going to happen here, folks. This is going to be an easy pick. I think Edgar Chairez is going to win this fight. He's going to win this fight by submission. He's going to get that submission. He wants that submission. He's hungry to get that victory against Lacerda. I can see it, I can feel it, and I believe it. Give me Edgar Chairez to win this fight by submission. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is guaranteed to be a banger. We have in the men's bantamweight division, Christian Rodriguez versus Cameron Saaiman. Christian Rodriguez, he's 9-1, 31 years old, or sorry, 25 years old, 5'7", with a 71-inch reach. Then we got Cameron Saaiman, he's 9-0, undefeated, 22 years old, 5'8", 67-inch reach. And Cameron Saaiman on a tear ever since entering the UFC. He won the Contender Series. Um, and the last three out of his five fights, he's had a knockout or TKO. And I like that about him. He's a finisher. I don't care what anyone says. He looks like a finisher in my eyes. Christian Rodriguez, he came in as a huge underdog against Raul Rosas Jr. But Raul Rosas Jr. is young. He's still learning. Don't get me wrong. That's a good win. That's a good win because Raul Rosas Jr. is a good prospect. He is probably the future of this bantamweight division, but not just yet. Christian Rodriguez did humble him. He served him a nice hot piece of humble pie in this last fight. But Christian Rodriguez is a good fighter. And so is Cameron Saaiman. This dude is fast. He's got good volume. He's got good wrestling, good takedowns. And I like Cameron Saaiman. This dude is another future good fighter. He's going to be a contender one day. Same thing with Raul Rosas Jr. and same thing with Christian Rodriguez. Those three guys are the future of this bantamweight division. There's a few others, but let's get back on track with this fight. This is going to be a very good, close fight. But I got to go with Cameron Saaiman to continue the momentum, to continue being undefeated, and to win this fight. I don't know if he's going to get it done by knockout. Maybe if Christian Rodriguez gets a little crazy in there, but I can see this going to a decision because both guys are tough. Both guys are very resilient, and both guys will fight for your money. I like Cameron Saaiman. I think he's going to be faster than Christian Rodriguez, and I think he's going to be more slicker on the ground as well. So give me Cameron Saaiman to win by decision. Very good fight here, folks. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is another banger, and honestly, this should have been the co-main event of the evening. Cannot wait to witness this fight. Very good fight here, folks. Scheduled in the men's bantamweight division, we got Jonathan Martinez versus Adrian Yanez. And like I was saying in the last fight, those two guys, and sorry, Cameron Saaiman and Christian Rodriguez are the future of the bantamweight division. These guys are also the future and possibly the present, the right now, because these two guys are very good. Jonathan Martinez, he's 18 and 4, 29 years old, 5'8", 69.5-inch reach. Adrian Yanez, he's 16 and 4, 29 years old, 5'7", with a 70-inch reach. This fight is going to be a certified banger. It's going to be a very good fight, and I cannot wait to witness it, like I said. But I like Adrian Yanez better. I think he's got the better boxing. He's fought the tougher competition, in my opinion. But Jonathan Martinez does have an impressive winning streak going on right now. Yanez did lose by knockout to Rob Font, but I don't think Jonathan Martinez is going to knock out Adrian Yanez. I don't think that's going to happen here. This is going to be a very close, very good fight. This is a solid card right here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is probably going to be fight of the night. I like this fight. I love this fight. But give me Adrian Yanez to bounce back and win this fight, possibly by decision, because Jonathan Martinez is tough. Tough as nails. He's on a winning streak. Man, this is gonna be a very good fight. And I haven't seen the odds yet as of this video, but I think this is gonna be a close number. Probably a pick 'em. We'll see when those numbers drop. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is the co-main event of the evening, scheduled for UFC Fight Night Vegas 81. Yusuff versus Barboza. You already know, folks. Light one up. It's the smoke sesh here with CJUFCPicks, giving you free picks, free bets, free locks, free underdogs every week. Subscribe, it's free. Like the video, it's free. Comment on the video who your picks are, who your lock is, who your underdog is. You cannot talk crap if you do not post your picks. Come on, post your picks and let us know who you got so we can talk crap when the results come out. Just like me, every week, I'm not scared to post my picks. I'm not scared to post my losses. I'm very transparent every week. So let's go support the channel. And this is the next fight. The next fight, co-main event, scheduled in the women's flyweight division. We have Jennifer Maia versus Viviane Araujo. Jennifer Maia, she's 21 and 9, 35 years old, 5'4", 64-inch reach. Viviane Araujo, she's 11 and 5, 36 years old, 5'4", 68-inch reach. Not a bad co-main event, but I don't think it should be a co-main event. The Adrian Yanez, Jonathan Martinez, that's co-main event worthy for this card, but I don't make the call. And I think this is going to be a pretty straightforward breakdown, pretty straightforward pick here. I'm going with Jennifer Maia. I'm very confident on that pick. Jennifer Maia, 2-fight winning streak, better wrestling, better cardio, more experience. Viviane Araujo, 2-fight losing streak, only has 1 round of cardio. She does have power, but I don't think she's going to withstand Maia's wrestling, Maia's takedowns, Maia's grappling, Maia's experience. I think Maia has this in the bag. Give me Jennifer Maia to win this either by submission or a decision. I do see a submission here because, like I said, Viviane Araujo, only a 1 round cardio fighter. She's KO or bust, in my opinion. She's lost the last 2 of her fights to Amanda Hebas and Alexa Grasso. Those are 2 respectable losses. She did win against Andrea Lee, and then she lost to Caitlin Chikugian. So she's lost to three fights in out of her 5 fights. She's only won 2 out of her last 5 fights, ladies and gentlemen. Jennifer Maia, I like her in this fight. Her last 2 wins were against Marina Moroz and Casey O'Neill. That Casey O'Neill is a good win because Casey O'Neill was undefeated, I believe, in that fight. Not anymore, though. Jennifer Maia to win this fight by submission or by a decision. Give me Jennifer Maia all day, and I would put her in a parlay, no doubt about it. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is scheduled in the men's featherweight division, and this is going to be a banger. This is the main event of the evening for UFC Fight Night. Yusuff versus Barboza. Before I give you the breakdown, folks, you already know what the deal is. We smoking some fire weed, giving you fire picks. So subscribe, like the video. It only takes literally 2 seconds to like the video, to subscribe, show your boy support, and help the algorithm out. Comment on the video, your picks, your locks, your dogs. Even if you hate me, even if you're a hater, comment on the video. I would love to see your comments. This is going to be a banger, folks. A 5 round war between Sodiq Yusuff and Edson Barboza. Sodiq Yusuff, he's 13 and 2, 30 years old, 5'9", with a 71-inch reach. Then we got Edson Barboza, he's 23 and 11, 37 years old, 5'11", 75-inch reach. Barboza does have more experience. He's fought the tougher competition, and this is going to be a very good fight, ladies and gentlemen. Sodiq Yusuff does have the youth experience. He's probably going to be faster. Barboza has nasty leg kicks. He does have sneaky KO power. Um, I think Barboza is definitely going to have. I mean, Sodiq Yusuff is definitely going to probably have the better cardio because Edson Barboza is getting a little slower. He is older. He's almost 38 years old. He's been in a lot of wars, so he does have damage on him, on his body. And I think this is going to be a close fight. This is going to be, I don't know, man. Like I said, I haven't seen the line, so I wouldn't doubt that this fight is going to be a pick'em. And if it isn't a pick'em, I will be surprised because both of these guys are dangerous. Both of these guys are very good. My gut, though, I just had this gut feeling that Sodiq Yusuff is going to come out with the victory here, and I think he's going to get it done by decision. I think he's going to do it. I think it's going to be tough enough to do it by decision because he is a decision fighter. The last three of his wins have been by decision. He won. Oh, sorry, I lied. He did win against Don Shanis by submission, but usually he does win by decision or loses by decision. So give me Sadiq Yusuff. I think he's gonna win this fight. I think the youth and the fat and the being faster is gonna come into play in this fight. I think the cardio is gonna come into play. Maybe I'm wrong because Edson Barboza is a veteran in the UFC. He's fought the tougher competition, and you know what? Fuck it. I'm picking Barboza. I just talked myself into it, folks. I gotta go with Barboza. He was my early lean, and I'm gonna stick to it. I don't care. I'm switching my pick right here, right now, folks. Barboza's gonna win this fight. I just have a feeling, man. I have a feeling. I keep looking at his record. I keep looking at what he's done in the UFC, and he was an underdog his last fight, and he won against Billy Quarantillo. He only loses to really good wrestlers. I mean, Sadiq Yusuff does have good wrestling, but he doesn't have really good wrestling. So give me Barbosa to win. I don't care. That's my pick. And that's the breakdown, folks, for CJ UFC picks. I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the picks. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to tell everyone you know about CJUFC picks. We're here every single week. Next week we're back. We're gonna give you more fire picks, smoking more fire weed, and we hope you join us. Thank you and have a great day, folks. See you later.